Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about the lezen exam, which is the reading exam of NT2 Staatsexamen. So out of the other four exams, lezen, Luisteren, schrijven, I think lezen is the most easiest. It's still difficult, but it is the easiest of the four. So you can imagine. So I would share my experience about the lezen exam. Do not forget to check out the main video where I share things about all the exams and the things you can carry and things which are not allowed. I'm pretty sure some of the things would really help you, really help you, because I wish I knew those before. So for the lezen exam, you will get a booklet, this thick booklet for about 20 pages or so, and this booklet would have 7 different passages, 5 questions. The other paragraph might have 7 questions, another one might have 6 questions, so 5 to 7 questions in each paragraph based on each paragraph. So you have to read the paragraph from the booklet. The questions are in the booklet and also on the screen, and then once you're done with, okay, I think this is the right answer, you can mark that in the computer. So the questions are in the computer. You have to mark the questions in the computer system, but the good thing is you don't have to stare too long in the screen, because you can read the passages are here on the booklet. One more good thing is that you can go through the passages as many times as you want, unlike the Luisteren exam where you can only listen to the audio once. But here, because you have the booklet, you can read the paragraph as many times as you want. The paragraphs are all from different genres or categories. It's a mix of a lot of things, and some of those I found really interesting, while the others were just like, when would this get over? Again, I would say the attention span which I was losing, especially with the paragraphs which are not so interesting for me, then those passages were making me really sleepy, and I just wanted to skip to the next one. And that's what I did. I skimmed through these paragraphs, I skimmed the questions, and then I marked them, because you can mark the questions for later. And I marked them and I moved to the next paragraph, because I didn't want to just bang my head with one paragraph and then leave the rest of it. So I did that. And once I was done with all the questions, I knew that now I have enough time. Then I actually went through the difficult ones which I had marked, and then I found answers for those. And honestly, I think this is the best method you could do, because even if you read a lot, even if you read everything, like, I can swear to God, there are some questions which I was going through the whole passage. I was like, no, I can't find the answer because the passage is here, so the answer has to be here. And I'm reading everything and I just cannot find the question that they're asking. I just cannot find the answer to that question, because there are so many options and they are similar. And I have been banging my head and I still don't know. I would be so happy if someone can give me the answers today with the reason why is that the answer. So yeah, you can never be sure that that answer is correct, or your all answers are correct. So just move on. Just focus that you get the passing marks and then move on. If you score more, it's good, but if not, just don't stick to one question unless you're done with the whole question paper. That is very important. Okay, and if I have to talk about time management, those passages were pretty long, some of the words were pretty difficult. For this exam also, you are allowed to take the dictionary, the NT2 approved dictionary. I would leave a link below, and if you have not watched my other video about what things you're allowed to carry and which things you're not, make sure that you watch that video. Then you have more insight to what happens in the exam hall before and after. So you are allowed to take the dictionary with you. So if you find certain word which you don't know the meaning of course the dictionary would be very helpful. Once you know the meaning of that word, then it's easy. So if you have a dictionary, if you have the dictionary, not a dictionary but the dictionary, then you should take it inside, and then maybe you'll score 1 mark better, right, if you know the meaning of the word. So you can take the dictionary, and the time I would say it's just enough. Okay, it's just barely enough. You have 90 minutes for the exam, and I did everything in about 1 hour and some minutes over, because I knew I had left a lot of questions marked, because I didn't want to dwell on like one question and leave the others. So then I went through all the marked questions, and then I had only 10 minutes or so remaining. So after that, I was like, okay, now I have been through these passages in and out, every line, every word, but I still can't find some of these answers. So I was like, okay, now that's the limit. I can't do it anymore. So then I submitted the question paper, but there were still a lot of people who were still there sitting. I was, I think, one of the few people who left. So depending on how's your speed to read and catch things and how fluent you are with the Dutch language, so depending on that, but I would still advise you to be very careful about the time. I found this exam to be the easiest of the all four, but there were people who said that no, this is difficult. So it depends on if maybe your speaking is better, then you would find speaking easier. So it depends person to person, I think. And the result came in 5 weeks. So I gave my exam on 4th of December, and the result came somewhere in the mid of January. I think it was a bit delayed because of the Christmas leave, and mostly during December, half of the Netherlands is shut. It's 4 to 5 weeks. You would get the result. The passing marks are 500. So 500 and above you pass, and anything 499 and below you do not pass. And they are very strict with that. As I've mentioned, there are people who sometimes like are stuck on 499 for 2, 3, 4 exams. It is very frustrating if I see from their point of view, but it is what it is, and you have to prepare. Coming to the preparation part, lezen was a bit easier to prepare. The thing I did was to go through all three exams which are mentioned on the NT2 website. I would also leave a link for that. So do all those exams, you would feel okay. Yeah, if you can pass those, it's kind of like okay, you are already on that level. If you feel you still need more practice, you can easily find a lot of paragraphs for B1 level. Read the paragraph, read the passages. Just go on Google and you would find a lot of those. So I think I have had more than enough material to pass the exam, just online, free of cost. So I did like it's free. But if you want to take classes from like ADAPL or UVA or other classes, there are people who provide classes for NT2 exams, so they just focus on the NT2. Just like Luisteren, I think lezen would sometimes also get a bit more boring, okay, because there are certain paragraphs which you're not really interested in, but you have to do it for the exams. So just take a break, go to the washroom, drink water. You're allowed to take water with you, you're allowed to take food with you. So like snacks, not food, like not a meal, but food. Snacks are allowed. So chips, chocolate. I usually take chocolates with me. So if I feel my sugar rush is going down, I get some more sugar rush. It's not healthy, but it's what I need for the exam. One thing which really tricky was that it's similar to what happened in the Luisteren exam, but they would ask a question, and there are like, why did he choose that job? And then there are 4 options, and you have to choose the correct one. And they would talk about all 4 in the passage, okay? All 4 are mentioned. And then you would just be confused that why did he choose that job? Because there are 4 options mentioned, and also 4 things are talked about in the paragraph. So which one is the correct one? Is it because of the order? So the first one is the reason, or the last one is the reason? Is it ascending or descending, or is it on the strength, like this was the biggest reason, that's why they chose it? And that's why I'm saying that some of the questions I still don't know the answer to, because I don't know. Okay, I don't know, just sue me. Yeah. So that was pretty much about lezen. I passed my exam with somewhere more than 600 marks. But yeah, I think lezen is pretty doable. And if you are scared to book your exam and you don't know which one to book first, I think you should start with lezen. It would boost a bit of confidence in you. And that's pretty much about it. What did you think of this video? Did you find it helpful? I do have another video where I talk in detail about the whole process of all 4 exams, where you can study, what you can do, what are the challenges, everything. So make sure you do check that video. And of course you can check the whole playlist about NT2 and like living in Netherlands, and other things about jobs, and how to find jobs, what kind of jobs are here, how to apply for visas, how about the driving license. I talk about a lot of things. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. This fly. Okay.